It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy.
I'm wondering if those guys are important.
I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
It's also pretty common for Larian games to start with the ship in the beginning. It's a really nice common theme. And I really like the design.
Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
Charming.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Well now, aren't you a curious sight? If I'd had a mask to hide my bones as well as yours, maybe I'd still be walking around today.
I mean, usually a talking skull would be kind of weird, but, well, we are a living skeleton, so I guess that's not too weird.
Where'd you get it? There can't be many curios like that in the world.
I think the third one would be so weird to say. Well, of course I crafted it myself, using a tool to rip the faces from just some mortal creatures.
Is that a fact? And your voice? You ripped that from them too. I've never heard such silken tones from a naked skull.
Well, actually, the voice is some sort of trick. My words and tone are projected directly into the minds of the others I talk to.
Ha! Should have known it was a parlour gimmick.
A parlour gimmick?
Still, you'd best keep that mask on. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
I mean, how would you guys react to like a skeleton walking up to you? Yeah, I think I get the movement. It looks pretty, well, not that nice here. I'm wondering what they're doing with those electric coils. Can we do anything? Can we use it?
And now you are silent. If only all humans were so thoughtful.
Alright. And the first autosave. What could go wrong? I mean, it would be too easy if we got like anything interesting to find here. What do we have? Yeah, it's just some tasty poison. Unfortunately, resurrecting yourself still works as a skeleton. It's not like you gain damage by that. Yeah. Right, you start with those fancy source collars. Well, it looks kind of cool, but you can't unequip it, so you can't take it off, and you can't use your source. If you're not familiar with Divinity as a franchise, you don't need to know much to get this game. It's pretty self-explanatory, but Source is like a Yeah, pretty condemned, kind of similar to magic power. So that's why we're here. Hmm. And this is just like a tutorial kind of sequence. You could go up here just to skip it, but that would be boring. Still nothing inside.
An animal sty. Freight or food?
And we can talk to animals, so just to show
Shaking
you.
her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Charming.
Banded like a chicken's leg, but not much meat on your bones.
Fane poked the sheep's ample belly with his toe. Well, you got way more meat on you than I do.
That may be so, but look at the flies. Ban wisdom. Flies know when a creature will die. And it's around your head they're buzzing, not mine.
With two shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse her hay-filled manger.
Ah no, the talking to animals is a talent you can pick in the beginning. Or rather sequentially. But so it's like a special ability. I mean, that looks kind of obvious, those crates surrounding this vase. And there's a key! Ha! I played enough video games to know that. Huh. They're eggs, but no chicken. Nice. I'm not sure, it looks kind of creepy, but has like the same colors the magisters have, so... well, maybe they're creepy. Ah, there's a letter. Orders from the guard steward. Important. It comes to my attention, again, that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes into the pressure plates. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at a change of shift. Any deviation will result in at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Magister Sivan. Simon Sivan. Well. I mean, if they throw overboard all magisters, then they have to use crates, right? Huh. Yeah, it scales with your strength, how far you can throw those boxes. And we are not very strong, we are we are a wizard and I'm a bit stupid. Why can't I? Oh. What was that sound? That sounds like pressure plates. Alright. Yeah, what's really unique about Divinity in general, or at least of the games I know of, is that like surfaces of different elements interact with each other. So you can like, as it says there, you can like electrify or freeze water, you can like ignite this oil, or yeah, it's also safe. Or if you walk through it, you get slowed. Okay, I'm a bit faster in explaining than the game. Alright. I mean, the game just autosaves, but it doesn't hurt, right? Okay. How much HP do we have? 30. But he has armor. Oh, that's nice. You get all kinds of spell scrolls, and with them it doesn't matter if you're like a mage, well, which we are, or not. So I could like electrocute him just with casting that onto this water. But we're nice and maybe a bit oblivious, so we just talk to Hemwa.
Hey! Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
Say, why are you in the cage in the first place?
Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here.
I mean, Fane is quite oblivious and maybe it's like, okay dude, you're in this cage. I don't know why I'm here, so it's okay if you don't know why you're here. What harm could be done? Alright, I'll help you, and what can I do?
A gentleman among jesters you are. Give that lever a pull and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
What exactly is in it for me?
Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
I don't know how you want to set me free, but... well, here goes nothing.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
Oh boy. Okay, persuasion. Sometimes you will be able to persuade the person you are talking to. Your answer, your stats, and your persuasion ability will decide how successful you will be. Yeah, we didn't take persuasion. So... but I think 2-3 in character. Well, what's it look like? I'm snooping around. What are you going to do about it?
The Magister considers you, shrugs, and curls his hands into fists.
You're honest, I'll give you that. Doesn't mean I'll be letting you go scot-free, though. I should have known there'd be trouble.
Alright, yeah, combat. Just not to read like all pop-ups. Yeah, I think we still try to set him free, so... okay, he screams, so he's an ally. That's not too bad. I think being fast isn't the worst idea. But we're not running away.
Voice darkens as his gaze finds the sunken hollows that once held your eyes.
And do you see? Those are the surface effects, and fire is pretty damn nice.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing
Well.
if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Alright. Are we still haste? We are hastened. That's pretty nice. Oh, and we don't have any weapons, so we use our skills. More fire. Ah, okay, that wasn't too smart. And there's no water. Okay.
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work.
Indeed, Fane, indeed. But hey, we get a key and gold. I don't know, I expected more loot from him. But I mean, he's a prisoner, so... I think there's nothing really interesting. Ah, we can lay down. Yeah, unfortunately, even if you're, like, dead, you still have to sleep. Would be pretty nice to not have to sleep. Oh, lockpicks. I mean, we don't need them, but... Oh. Ah, I guess you could have opened... Ah, doesn't say anymore. But maybe you could have opened it without the key. Ah, and we're finding empty potion bottles. And it's not just junk, like this. It's a really nice description of the item. But you can craft stuff, so of course now you can't. Or, well, we don't know any... Oh, we know some recipes. We're not completely oblivious. Nice. But you can combine things and craft stuff, so make your own potions. Which I didn't do too much back then, but in general it's nice and really useful. Maybe I'll do it more this time. All those healing potions. Yeah, igniting poison. Move a candle into the poison surface or set it on fire to blow up the door. Yeah, but what we're gonna do is first take this ooze barrel and, like the game is listening to me explaining, I can show you the crafting system. So we have this big ooze barrel and can just like fill those potion bottles with poison. And now we did it one time, we can repeat it. So now we are master of poison, but unfortunately we still need to blow the door up. Wee.
Good thing I didn't worry about splinters.
That's right. I think there's nothing really here. Ah, so we're done with the tutorial, I guess. Yeah.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Okay, so now we did the tutorial, we did the character creation, and now the game like really starts. Right. Yeah, you got this journal. And oh, interesting. I never knew that it also tracks like all of your dialogues you have. Well. Okay. Yeah, and you have like general quest. You have like chronicles, which are just yeah, like a journal you write about different topics. Those ones are the current quests. So we want to get back our bearings, which we did, I guess. I mean, is this the upper deck? We'll see. Yeah, and we want, of course, to lose our source collar and be a sorcerer again. And our personal quest is also just to escape this floating prison. I am an eternal, imprisoned eons ago by my king. Now I'm free, but my people are gone. I've heard rumors of their structures being uncovered at the Black Pits. I must find them. Yeah, getting off here seems like a good first step. Here. Okay. We have too long presumed Source as a virtuous part of civil society, yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak. One day, another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of source collars provided by Rivellon is proving most effective. Yeah, screw you. I don't know. Maybe those are nice for cooking and crafting. I don't like the initiative debuff. Oh, and we don't have to walk around just with this stupid hat. We can actually transform. I have to say, usually I like elves pretty much, so let's just do that.
Something has changed. You are you, but more. You are another, but not. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, molded into unfamiliar shapes. You cradle your aching head, where another's memories and wisdoms mix with your own. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of new skin. You lower your arm, blink twice, and step forward in this new guise.
Yeah, and while you transform, you also get a new race-based skill actually. And yeah, you can like do a pretty edgy thing and sacrifice some of your health to get an action point and inflict more damage. And what's also really nice is that your talent also changes, because you get one talent based on your it's really weird mask.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to
I
do,
mean,
really.
it seems to hide you and change your body, but if someone approached me wearing this, I would be pretty weirded out. But thankfully we can just disable it. Yeah, what elves can do in this game is to eat body parts of people, and given they are already dead, you gain some of their memories, which is, well, a bit horrible, but interesting. Oh, do you do anything? Not like that. Okay. I mean, as a good adventurer, we begin by looting everything and taking everything which we can. mean, she doesn't really seem to mind. Oh, but she wrote the note about the pressure plates.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Can I read? Yeah, I can read it. The Source King insists there are no magics to foul, even those that would block or even remove the source within an individual. I delight in this madness. It is an invitation to manipulate all which we once believed immutable. He provides all manners of experimental subjects. The text beneath lists a series of hexes and materials required for muting source. Some of those objects are circled in black ink and annotated as follows: helm, collar, mask. I don't know. You don't seem too friendly.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
I don't like her.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Yeah, I told you about the tags, and here we see the first examples. I think 5 would be even more funny if we hadn't our guys, but if you're wondering if I would like don the mask, because just wearing any hat is enough to guise yourself, they immediately attack you, so you don't survive. Especially here. I mean, later in the game, well, battle ensues, but you can survive. Here you don't. Let's take that. Well, looking at the room's shape, I think we are on Illusion class frigate, right? But why? Why am I here?
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Fort Joy doesn't sound too, well, joyful. Yeah, I think we're still oblivious. There was a little accident on the cargo deck and, well, the prisoner's dead. Is that a problem?
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
But being oblivious, I don't think we have to push our luck. Fane tries to pull the collar around his neck, but doesn't succeed in getting it off. Why did you color me?
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Fane recalls the feeling of waking up and draining a body of source. He recalls the rushing power that filled him. He tries to unleash it.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source.
And she's so proud of it.
For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Yeah, great. Okay, where to go?
No lesions, no trauma. He was
I'm
bled
not
by
sure
magic.
if the red pickpocket means it's like impossible. So we save. Ah no, we can fix stuff. Yeah, perfectly fine. That's what all people have while working, like some money, some mushrooms, orange juice and beer, and and wine. Oh, well then. I wonder if she'll notice soon.
Good
We
gods,
can't, like...
this...
Yeah,
There's been a murder here.
noticed. Oh no. Is she going to search? Ah, she does. She's a bit dramatical. There are some characters who are going to search you. And... okay, she does. But in the wrong way. And... yeah. Bit anxious.
Did the murderer take him into this room?
And
Or was he
when they
already
find
here?
you, you have to show your belongings, or you can try to bribe them, or to persuade them. But like, we are not really wealthy, and we are not good at persuading people, so we hide. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty gruesome. I mean, the source color's off, but. Yeah. Don't think that's nice. Ah. I'm sorry.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwoken followed the source that did this.
Yeah, what's nice is you can, like, with almost everyone you can trade. But we don't have that much stuff. Well, you are not this man's protector, you are his captor.
Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source.
Oh.
We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Well, that's a trick I haven't quite yet mastered.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform.
Well, at least she seems like worried about one of our sorcerers getting murdered, so... well, maybe that makes her the nicest Magister aboard.
Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
We'll do that. I'll let you know if I hear anything interesting.
Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it would be nice to be able to touch the body. Oh, here's a book. A poetry book. A woman from different with nary a care offered me kisses that answered my prayer. I accepted her gift, and then to my dismay, a spider she was, and I her buffet. Oh boy. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, still coming to ribs. She thanked me for coming, and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though still I did swell. Okay, we try again. Right, cause as you can see here, cause we can shapeshift, we can now eat that body part, which sounds even more horrible spoken out aloud. But well, We'll do that in just a minute, but before that we will talk to Kadok and Meryl. Your clothes are really awesome. I give you that.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
Okay, and she seems to be pretty anxious. Can I like...
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Now when I talk with him, she will look for me. Yeah.
That's enough now.
Oh, we talked to the sheep.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
Well, why not? You have pretty silky wool around you. Might I take a bit?
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Okay, the most important quest now is to get shears. Ah, bedroll. That's pretty nice, cause you can like use it with just one click and be rested, so you don't have to wait. And normally, if you wouldn't play Fane himself, he would be like here in this small, cozy little room.
Sing us a song. I know you can.
I forgot how to sing. I did. Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Lohse woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
You wouldn't get that. Fane squints at the lot of them. Who's Lohse?
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited children.
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The first name I would make up for myself.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
Now there's Doc. We can talk to him.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Well, kind of true enough. Fane shakes her hand. Lohse, I presume.
You presume right.
Did you hear anything about a murder that happened here?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Sometimes, oh, that's pretty right. Well, maybe we could have a look around together, then we can watch each other's back.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
What a pity.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Well,
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
yeah. Let's see if we take her with us, or if we can actually.
You look a little bit elfish. Maybe your daddy was an elf. My daddy's name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home. I'll go home soon.
No, I don't think you are, child.
Do you know Lohse? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
Well, I never heard Lohse sing,
I'm
so...
here because I'm magic. Are you here because you're weird? Please, please, please.
Aren't we all?
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
You! Sorcerer! Blood? No! Go! Oof.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
No. I have a snack.
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. You are Fane. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met him. A bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so hard you can barely use them. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. Her eyes are kind. She comes closer. She says she wants to talk. She reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer Fane. You return to yourself with a jolt.
Oh, oh yeah, right. You get skills with eating, but you need, of course, the skills to use them. Well, so Fane, like, did some force magic, get caught, and then an older woman murdered him. Well, Lohse is not an older woman.
Maybe
Name?
that has the Magister's more concern than your appetite.
Fane rose slightly and tells, I'm Fane.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
Ah.
Please, please, please.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
Huh.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
That's the
You
old
seem on
woman
edge,
from
officer.
the opening.
What on earth is the matter?
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
First we'll talk with everyone here. I don't think they would let us enter.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger.
Okay, what do I know?
You faring okay so far?
Do you actually care?
Of course I do. Seems Voidwoken dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
I mean,
slop as food.
what's
I've seen
more
appetizing
sad and
things coming
horrible?
out of
Like
plague-stricken
someone
pigs.
doing this stuff and like meeting you
there's
and
nothing
abducting
else I
you
can
and
make, Your Majesty.
shipping you to some
Turnips
kind
and
of
water
hall
are all I was given.
and believe what they do is right or something for you,
I've never dined
or
on anything less than a dozen course
yeah, who does it and
and I
wants to
don't
be
intend
cruel,
to do away
like
with the custom.
Magister Siwan, or what was she called? The nice woman over here. Well, let's talk with the people here first.
Don't you get saucy with me.
But I think then she will be the one who killed Finn.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
Fane's going to humor him. He wants to see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Actually, it's been an eternity since last I tried.
In which case, I take it your cuisine is limited to the introduction of eggs to hot water. How disappointing. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
It was one of them. I know it.
Fane sticks his thumb through one of the holes in his garb and says, well, they provide cool in summer.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. A bag is as good as a shirt kind of
You're
style.
looking the same.
I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
I mean, right now I look like an elf, but I don't think Fane knows anything about combs, let alone powders and perfumes. Fane rubs his chin. Well, I'm trying to recall the last time I bathed. What month is it actually?
Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
It was one of them. I know it.
Fane stares at him blankly. You were looking for me to be what?
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of my disheartening refusal to sink in. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
I'm pretty shaken. What will I do now?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet
What
long
will I
enough
do
for
now?
me to
I
listen.
will take some beer.
Rubbish.
How dare you classify this slop as food?
Doesn't seem to be the
I've
drinking
seen more
guy.
appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too.
Oh, lemonade. But it's quite expensive.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
I ain't saying nothing.
I wonder if they're connected, because he seems also really posh and kind of arrogant. Oh, you see, he has some kind of armor. The only one of the captured ones. Alright, beast.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
Ah, you can see them.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
What am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
Fane quietens and tries to listen to the sound of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than...
Well, our shipmates are chatty as gulls. I can barely hear anything else over the din.
A common sort of sound, isn't it? Where there's talk, there's health.
Well, that's right.
That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Fane closes his eyes and tries to let the ambient sound on the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Excuse me, what got you so excited? There was nothing more to hear than just a rat.
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat.
Oh, you...
It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll head right over the side of this ship with him.
Why are you so excited about reaching Fort Joy? I haven't heard anything good about the place. I don't think it's something to look forward to.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Fane cocks an eyebrow. Are you hatching an escape plan? Then I want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Maybe that has the Magister's more concern than
Did you
yours.
see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
Maybe I just did that. Oh, that's actually nice. That's like
A no
minimal
doesn't become
armor.
a yes over time, you know.
I think we'll just pay with money.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, we've got this wolf on a leash now.
It
As
doesn't
soon
look
as
like
the
a
Inquisitor
shirt.
gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
It's more like some feathers, but it says it's a stained shirt.
That's enough.
Whatever.
It was one of them. I know it.
Yeah, we
Would you
already
put
have
a
bad
knuckle
rolls.
in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you
An
that
elf
knuckle.
sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
What are you doing exactly?
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate are you deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If you can decide fates with dice, can you also read the future in cow entrails?
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. Just like you. And I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
I don't see why not. Fane extends his arm.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back. You were thinking of flesh, or, to be rather more precise, the pleasures of the flesh, those that have eluded you for so long.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
I don't think any of these are really fitting. So I'll just change one. Well, you're right. That's actually surprising and quite accurate.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep, so to speak. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Very kind.